let's talk about guidance, because we get it all the time and we don't necessarily realize. I guess these are things that we think of as like gut feelings, gut emotions, and you're just a deep knowing within yourself, and you're just like, something doesn't feel right, but you still do it anyway. And this happens, I think it's just part of the human experience to kind of go a little bit off track, because when you do that, then you can recognize the things that feel right and the things that feel very wrong for you. And this is different for every person, right? Because we're all here to do what we're here to do. What works for one person is not necessarily going to work for the other. So we just have to be cognizant that this is how we learn, this is how we grow, by doing things that don't feel right, because you'll get signals all the time. Like your body will let you know. You'll be able to feel it, maybe you get a cramping in your hand, or maybe the lower part of your belly feels really uncomfortable. But it's important to learn the signs that show that you're doing things that are not aligned with you. You probably felt it before, but this also requires you to slow down. To slow down a little bit, to be able to recognize what's happening. So next time you try and make a decision, maybe just wait a second, or two, or a minute, or a day, and sit with it. See how it feels in your body. This brings me back to, I made a post a few weeks ago about using pendulums. Let me see if I have mine. Okay, I don't have it here right now, but a pendulum's just like a little, you can have it on a string. Let me see if I can use my necklace right now. You can tune in to the pendulum. You can ask it, I'm going to try to hold it still, it's really hard because this is really long. Let me hold it here. I can ask this to show me yes. I can ask it to go bigger. Do you see it's moving in a certain direction? Or I can ask it to show me no. Okay, bigger, please. Can you see it's moving in the other direction? So for me, with the pendulum, I know what a yes is and I know what a no is, and it's different for everyone. It's better to have something with like a heavy weight on the bottom, so then you can really see it like swing and gain momentum. But using this is a great tool because it's like great guidance, and it actually hasn't failed me. Not that I use it so much now, because what I've learned is how those sensations feel in my body. So because I took the time to slow down and learn how to use the pendulum, I'm able to now ask my body instead, like, what does it, like, is this a yes? And I'll be able to feel it. For me, it's like my left arm, because my dowsing moves in like a left way for a yes. Actually, my left arm, it like starts tilting a little bit. I can feel it. And then for a no, it's in my right arm. So, and there's also like other things in there. Like sometimes it will tell you it doesn't know. So it's good to ask those questions, like what is I don't know as well. And it will show you. Mine just like swings back and forth, not in like a certain direction. So these tools are just really good to hone in your understanding and knowing what your body already knows. Because I feel like this is just an extension of you, right? So it's any information that you get is coming from you. You may call it like your higher self or whatever, but our bodies are deeply in tune with us, and we don't usually realize because we don't slow down enough to be like, oh, that feels strange. Which is, yeah, I don't know, it's just life, isn't it? We get very caught up in a very, very busy world that we live in. We're always go, go, go. But the importance in slowing down to be able to notice the signs that are very intelligent body is telling us. And I think this is where a lot of issues come with people's health. And health issues is because we're so disconnected, then it's kind of a little bit too late because your body's trying to tell you all these things and you're just ignoring them. So then these chronic conditions come online because it's like so exhausted from trying to tell you that something isn't working out. So I've made this deck. It's like I don't want to call it like a tarot or oracle because it's not that kind of guidance, but this is more for you to feel present, for you to feel grounded, for you to feel more connected with yourself, to slow down. It doesn't take too long. It's called the Drop-In Tea deck. I'll put it in the link below, and feel free to check it out. I've got a sample there too for you to try. It's basically a deck of 30 cards, and they're very interactive. They'll come up on the screen at random every time you log in, and you can select a different card, whichever card you choose, whichever card chooses you maybe for that day, and you just follow out the actions. And there's different things to do in there just to help you feel connected. So there's things with like breath, things with movement, things with speaking, things with writing, and others. So each day you'll be able to feel, okay, let me do this one. 2 to 3 minutes is all I recommend. Do more if you want, do less if you want. But I'm really feeling hopeful that we can all live in this world where everyone feels way more connected with themselves, with the guidance that we're getting all the time, because we live in a very physical world, and it would make sense that these things kind of unfold for us and are there to guide us, but we need to pay attention. We need to be in the moment. We're not always thinking about the future, like, oh my gosh, what if this is happening? I know I get caught up in this trap all the time because I'm like, oh. And I wouldn't go as far as anxiety for me, but this is kind of what causes anxiety, right? Always thinking of the future, like, oh, what if? And always thinking of different options, different ways of doing things. But there's such power in presence. This is why people meditate, because then focus on your breath. It just brings you to the present moment, to be able to then just recognize patterns maybe. This is where sometimes when you're present, synchronicities show up, because you're like, oh yeah, I thought about this and then this is aligned for me, because you're paying attention. This is also another part of things that I was writing about. I mean, I've fallen off a little bit because I haven't been being so present. So this video is also for me. But there was a time where synchronicities were just happening for me all the time, and the craziest ones as well. I wrote about some of them on my blog, so if you want to hear about them, you can go there. But I guess the craziest one was like Pokemon cards. Probably very elaborate for me to explain, but basically I was trying to create a framework to help people feel more present and feel more themselves. And the thought Pokemon came up for a certain idea in it, and literally that day, the street that I walk on every single day, because this is where I live, Pokemon cards were on the floor, like scattered everywhere. And I feel a little bit ridiculous saying it, but I'm like, okay, because I'm present and I'm being aligned with what I want to create, what I want to do, these things are showing up to show me confirmation. So it's when we're present and grounded, when we feel like we're not always like chasing something, when we're able to just do us, be us, not like what Fred from down the block wants to do. When we're tuned into ourselves is where this like magic happens. It's pretty amazing, to be perfectly honest. And this is a reminder for me, as I said, to be a bit more present, because even thinking of the past too, that can bring issues, right? Because you're always living in this state of being that is not conducive to you being you now. Because if you're always thinking about, oh, what happened here, what happened there, like, I do this too, okay? We're all human, it happens, but it's important to notice it and to snap out of it, because this is not a useful place for us to be, to grow, to actually feel comfortable in our being. drop.